I'm Abigail Nyako, and for today, I'll be talking to you about the upside of irrationality on chapter 2, which is the meaning of labor, what Lagos can teach us about the joy of labor by Dan Ariely in relation to human resource management in healthcare. First of all, I'll be introducing you to the story. Labor is part of everyone, including both children and adults. We may not see it, but little tasks adults make children do at home is also labor. Labor is expressed in everyday life. If we don't physically work it out, we at least tell people about it. We begin to identify labor from childhood. But at that point, we don't think of making a living out of it. We think of the interest we have in it and how great we would like to explore it when we grow up. But once we become adult, we think about more things, including our interest in exploration and financial benefit, as well as where the labor will take us. In continuation, there was a story about David. David works in this company where he gets great benefit, including having his laundry done. He was given a project to work on, and with this project, David thought he would get more great benefit after it being done or after submitting it. But once David worked the project out and submitted it to his boss his boss called him like a day before the project was to be submitted, and he told David it was canceled. David was so like he didn't know what to do because he spent a lot of his time, his energy, his interest, a lot of things David spent on the project, which has gone to waste. And for this matter, David wasn't even thinking about the project, about the benefit he would get. He was thinking about at least, even if it was supposed to be submitted, people will read and say, "Oh, that was a good one you did, David," or they would just show appreciation to him, even if he didn't get the great benefit that he wanted or he wished he would have get in his work. So as he told his teacher that his teacher gave him a reference about his friend Deborah, who went through the same situation as David did, just for David to feel okay about himself, knowing that he isn't the only one who is facing such issue in his job. Also, there was a guy who developed interest for animals because of a girl he likes. First of all, he met this girl and he thought he's in love with the girl and he wanted to build a future with the girl, but and the girl was interested in birds, so he also thought that when he get interest in birds he will be able to get along with the girl, but that wasn't it. He saw that there was no future between him and the girl, so he has to let the girl go. And he found an interest in birds and he decided to work with birds for this time. So he had a bird and he noticed that the bird wasn't feeling happy as he wants the bird to feel. So he decided to get the bird something to make him happy. So by with this, he got the bird something called Seek a Tree. And with this it kept the bird entertained and happy. So he also felt happy. But he didn't notice something about what he bought for the bed, Seek a Treat, which has something along with it. But he noticed that the bird likes it, and that was all what he thought about to make the bird happy. Counter freeloading. Animals like to earn food than to have it freely accessible. They would like to work for it no matter how it is than to have it free. And even when they see free food beside them, they they ain't eating it. And even if they will, then it means there is nothing to work for to earn them food. That is when they'll eat free food. But if there is free food and there is a food to work for it, They would rather first work for the food to eat before they turn to the free food. Also, there is something called small M motivation. People like to be motivated in anything. Like David, for instance, the lack of audience decreased the motivation he had because he decided not to put all his interest, like, and as much effort he did put in the project that he thought he would get more benefit from, to the other project that he has coming up. So just losing that kind of motivation, that kind of feeling that at least his work will be published for people to have access to it and appreciate what he did, he didn't get it that way. So he felt like there was no need for me to put my effort in my upcoming project like I did put in the first one. There was also a story about people getting paid to build a Legos. Okay, this was a story among three people, but actually it's among two people, but we said three because they compared three people. But the main two were one guy who is supposed to who built a Legos, and his wasn't distracted or dismantled right in front of him. The other ones was built and was distracted right in front, dismantled right in front of him. And the last one was ignored. With this project, the rules were the same for everyone. Everyone was supposed to build a Legos, and everyone's work would be dismantled. But the only difference in that was that the first one's own was built though, but it was put under the table, so he knew it wasn't dismantled right at then. The second one's was built and was dismantled right in front of him. So as he built it, it gets dismantled. As he built it, it gets dismantled. And for the third one, he was just ignored. He wasn't being cared for or thought that he was even there doing something. So for the second one, with his work, he had a plan. Like he planned on the way to do each thing. So when he saw it being dismantled, he lost an interest in the plans that he had to do to build the Lego. So he just dropped the plan and just worked it anyhow because he knew that it will be dismantled. And he stopped working. He and the third one, they stopped working earlier than the first one because he never saw his work being dismantled. So at least he had a little bit courage or encouragement to work, to continue working. The relationship of the story to human resource. People want to see their job is being appreciated. When appreciation and encouragement stop, work productivity decreases. At some point in time, people will work even if they are ignored because they may be in need of money at that particular time or they just love their job. HR finds a way to increase productivity by comparing their company to others. There are also some hidden talent not seen in workers among HR. Talents are shown when there is a reward. In relationship with the story to healthcare, people sometimes leave their job because they don't find meaning in it. Two people working in the same company and at the same time, when one's work is appreciated and the other is not, there will be a quit. Some people will work hard because they are being paid for it, while others wouldn't even mind even though they are getting paid. Some people work in the moment, as in they may work because of family issue or just because they love what they're doing or they are interested in what they want to do. Also, people change their good way of working when they are faced with negative challenge. There are always challenges that you will have to face in healthcare. For my thoughts on that, the story reveals the other meaning of labor that people find it difficult to get. It may include understanding the depression, acceptance, and overall grip of it. Among the Lagos study, they all worked for money, although it will be deducted from the second, so there will be no gain in money. What bothered them is it being dismantled. Besides that, those who were dismantled in front of them were more affected than those who were not, and those who were ignored. As human, we act like we aren't involved in contra freeloading, but we are. We always work for everything. There is labor in everything. Nothing is free. You may think you are working it free, but at least you have to do something to get that free thing you are looking for. So nothing is really free. Everything requires labor. Conclusion, I would say to find the meaning of labor, you will have to have an interest in what you do and a little support from people outside your work. In relation to healthcare and HR to the story, they all play a role in how successful one and a company can be. Thank you.